Would you rather have a more beautiful face or more fit body than what you have now? Yes. Hey, what's up everybody? So I'm here today to put together a new skateboard. It's been 8-9 months since I had knee surgery, and it's time I finally get back on the board. I've skated, just a little bit here and there when I've had the garage open, grab my board, go out and skate, but nothing crazy, and I'm still in physical therapy for my knee, so still working through some issues, but I can at least get out there and start rolling around, and I really want to start being able to do some laps of the neighborhood and roll around, so I need a board that's more of a cruiser than the board I already have set up. And I've had this board for quite a while, this one that I put together, that most of it came from a thrift store board, and then I redid the paint and stuff like that. It's getting a little iffy. The bearings aren't that great. I chipped the tail pretty substantially right here, so it's time to put a new one together. I am going to use the trucks from this, so these are decent trucks. I'm going to use the trucks from this and the hardware because this was new hardware when I put it together. But I'm going to change the bushings because these bushings are like 20 or 30 years old, I'm pretty sure. So other than that, I've got all new stuff here to add onto this. So this is the deck I have. So you see awesome artwork by Get a Grip. If you don't follow them on Instagram, you should. Fantastic artist, does really great stenciled spray paint art. But I got this board through the Crack Skate Club. If you're watching this right now wondering what the Crack Skate Club is about, probably need to leave it alone right now because I think COVID may have completely killed that company, but it's still trying to hang on, but I don't really know what to tell you on that one. It might not still exist. As far as grip goes, I have the matching grip to go along with that deck, so I'm really happy about that. It's a really nice grip. As far as wheels, should I put white wheels on this?
No. Black ones, please. Brian, it's a rougher ride on the street. All they are is faster.
Right.
Okay, well yeah, I got the black wheels. I've always wanted a skateboard with black wheels ever since the first time I saw Gleaming the Cube, so I bought some black wheels to go on this board, and I think it'll look great with the graphic anyway, and the white trucks. Like I said, I'm going to replace the bushings, so I have some new bushings. This is by Film brand bushings. And I have some FKD Lightspeed bearings. Heard decent things about these, so we'll see. And then I've got all my tools laid out here. But I'm not just going to put this together because I think most people probably aren't watching this to learn how to put a skateboard together. But I'm actually going to do a question and answer, which I've never done before. Mainly because I've never had anyone ask me questions, which I still haven't. But I do have books of questions. So I'm going to pick some random questions out. So I guess we need to get started with that. First things first, we need to get the grip on. Would you rather always have high expectations or never expect too much? Never have high expectations or never expect too much. That's actually a really difficult question. I think I'd rather have high expectations. I think that's the more optimistic approach on that. So I think that's what I would go with in that situation. Although there's something to be said for having low expectations, because then there's more potential for things to exceed your expectations, which might put you in a good mood. What do you think? Leave it in the comments below what you think. Would you rather always have high expectations or just not expect very much? I'd be interested to see what people say about that. That's kind of an interesting, thought-provoking question, in case you thought this was just going to be personal questions being asked. Putting grip on is always nerve-wracking, especially this board. The fattest part of this deck gets pretty darn wide, so trying to get that on is a little tricky. If you made a panic room, what would be some of the things found in there? Food. Gotta have food. Yeah, food, my family. I think that would probably be one of the first things I would put in there. Not all the time, I guess. That's kind of weird. What else in a panic room? I mean, Video games, probably. You gotta have something to do in your panic room. I'd probably want some kind of weapon, probably a gun and maybe a knife or two, because you want to have something to be able to defend yourself in the event that someone gets into your panic room. Other than that, I mean, what do you need? A toilet, I guess. That's probably about it. Would you rather expose all the dirty cops or dishonest politicians? Holy crap, is that a 2020 question? I'm not overly political, but in regards to that question, I would have to go with, I would rather expose all of the dirty cops, because I think that is going to have a practical, like, tangible effect on society. Exposing the dirty politicians is just going to be a list of politicians. Depending on how you define dirty, you're going to find a lot of politicians. Alright. Ripped. Do you often have a tune in your head you can't name? Not really. I mean, I listen to tons of music, especially when I'm out here in the workshop. I usually have on probably Volbeat Radio on Pandora is the one that I do the most. But I always have. I mean, maybe I do. When I'm in the shower or I'm by myself and I don't have music, I usually end up just kind of like reflexively beatboxing and stuff like that and singing to myself. So I guess, maybe I have a song in my head, but it's not like one single tune that I always have in my head at all times. Alright, so now I need the trucks and the hardware off of there. So let's put this aside and get those going. Alright, so we need to replace the bushings on here. I've got the new bushings here and all the other pieces and a little sticker. Would you rather have a real estate license or a private detective license? Yeah, so as cool as it would be to have a private detective license, and I could definitely get into that sort of thing, ultimately I'm kind of a anti-conflict person, so I generally try to avoid conflicts and stuff like that, and so I don't know that I could actually go down the route all the way of being a private detective. So I'm gonna have to say real estate. I think that's a little more realistic for me anyway. What's your favorite thing to eat with your fingers? Probably chicken wings. I mean, that seems like the obvious choice, right? Chicken wings are great. I mean, you can eat any food with your fingers, really. I mean, spaghetti, why not? Chili, sure, go for it if you really want to. But I'd probably say chicken wings. Maybe pizza, I guess. I mean, who doesn't love pizza? And technically you eat it with your fingers, so, that makes sense. Alright, starting to look like a board. Would you rather be allergic to rain or sunshine? Oh, that's easy. Rain. Absolutely. You cannot avoid sunshine, but you can, cover up, umbrella, cover clothes. If you had an allergy to rain, you would just completely cover yourself. It's not really that big a deal, but if you're allergic to sunshine, oh my gosh, you're like a vampire. I mean, you just can't go outside because you can't cover yourself that much. I mean, And I say this being one of the palest people out there, and I have to put on so much sunscreen when I go to the beach and stuff like that, that if I was allergic to the sun, that would be so bad. That would just be awful. So yeah, I'm taking allergic to the rain all day, every day on that one. No question about it. Sweet. Alright, another question. Would you rather be a hippie or a hipster? I'm going hipster, as much as I don't want to do that. But I'm going with that because I think a hipster can still have like a normal job, and a hippie, you can't really have a normal job. So, for the sake of my family and my livelihood and all that sort of stuff, I'm gonna go with I'd rather be a hipster than a hippie, because just being a hippie, strangely enough, sounds like a lot of work to me. Just being that free flowing and all that, and I don't like having tons of long hair. You know, if I had to have long hair, might have to go man bun. So I think hipster is going to be the only option there, because I you know, not that I can grow long hair, but you know, I don't need long hair. Sweet. Dude, that is awesome. Really digging it. Love the colors. Love the love that I had these trucks already painted white. The new black bushings look great. The black hardware, and then the black wheels look fantastic. And then on the front, the caps of these screws were already painted white from the previous board, so I put those on the painted end of it, so I have the black end up here. That's awesome. Now I just need to go try it out. Can you do any tricks with your tongue? I can. Can you?